yeah, I've been here a few days, and now I'm heading north, on the way to Tennessee, hopefully. But I want to spend a little bit of time in North Georgia if I can. There's quite a lot to see in North Georgia, a lot of which I never seen before in my life. So I'm excited to see what's up this way. Alright, so it's a couple hours later now, and yeah, just stopped about halfway here in a little town that had a Planet Fitness, and took advantage of that. So yeah, fixing to head to Walmart right next door and get some supplies before I get up into these mountains. Yeah, so in this adventure here, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know about as much as I do. I've got a rough plan, and that is to get to Tennessee at some point, hopefully soon. But like I said earlier, there is so much of the North Georgia mountains, so much of it that I have just never seen. Originally, I planned to go to a campsite up in the Oconee-Chattahoochee National Forest that I've been to a couple times. A beautiful spot. But yeah, these plans are developing hour to hour, mile to mile, and I think I've settled on going to a new place, one that I've never been, and it is in the forest. It's a little later in the afternoon right now. It will be getting dark in a few hours, so that's going to be interesting. I am going to a new area, and I'm going to try to find a camp spot for the night, and it might be dark by the time I get there, so should be interesting. But yeah, let's see what happens. So originally, like I said, I was planning to go to one spot, and that was a spot up above Helen, Georgia. Beautiful spot. But like I mentioned, I changed my mind, and now I'm going up above Dahlonega, Georgia. And again, this is the Oconee-Chattahoochee National Forest, and it's the Blue Ridge District, way up in the mountains. The Blue Ridge Mountains. Just looking at the map of that section of this forest, there's so much of it. There's so much of it. Trails and campsites and wilderness areas and WMAs. It's overwhelming to look at the map and see all that you could get into up here. Yeah, so when I was over in Alabama, yeah, those mountains were something else. But these North Georgia mountains are a little bit different. Definitely a little bigger than the ones I was exploring over there for the past 3 months in Alabama. These are, yeah, here at the bottom of the Appalachian Mountains. Yeah, they at least in my experience, these are the biggest mountains I've ever been through. So yeah, I'll see if I can film some of them up ahead here on the horizon. I'm getting glimpses of them as I'm winding up and down these hills. Okay, well, I have made it way up here in the mountains. And I'm definitely in the national forest now, the Oconee-Chattahoochee National Forest. Up here, way up. And yeah, on the way here, I was looking for a recreation spot, and it looked like it was closed a few miles back. So this spot that I'm at right now is marked on the map as a recreation site, and it's really just little parking lots here on either side of the road, parking lots for a trail. And this trail looks insane. It just winds up and down these very steep mountains. And yeah, there's a lot of folks out here hiking today, despite it being very cold. The temperature has dropped significantly. I know it was supposed to do that anyway today, but coming way up here into these mountains has really put the chill on. So honestly, I could keep looking for some kind of pull-off on a forest road, but here I don't see any signs that say no overnight parking. I imagine a lot of people do that, people hiking on these trails. So I'm thinking about maybe just parking it here for the night, because it's too cold to get out and do anything anyway if I were to find a little campsite. So unless someone from the Department of Agriculture comes through and tells me I can't, I think I'm just gonna stay here. And I'll tell you what, I could do a lot worse. This view is something else. So up until now, I have thought that the Oconee-Chattahoochee National Forest was one big forest. And I think I've been calling it that here in this video. But all the signs here only have the Chattahoochee National Forest written on them. So now I'm thinking that it might actually be two separate things. I spent a lot of time in the Oconee National Forest down south of here, kind of closer to the middle of the state. It was divided up into a whole bunch of sections. But yeah, this might just be only the Chattahoochee National Forest rather than the Oconee-Chattahoochee. So yeah, I wanted to make that correction here. I could be wrong about that, but all the signs are leading me to believe that's the case. But yeah, on another note, it's been a little while. I've just been hanging out here in the back. I've got the curtains up on the back 5 windows here, because technically I think this is what you would call a stealth camp right here in this parking lot. I am trying to keep kind of low-key because it's been pretty busy here in this parking lot. A lot of people coming through. In fact, there's a van right behind me, and I'm wondering if they are also van lifers. But yeah, let me show you what I got going on here. So I mentioned it quite a while back that I do use these curtains when I'm stealth camping or just trying to stay kind of low-key. And yeah, they work pretty well. You can still kind of see out of them without being able to see in very much. And a lot of times I will have a curtain draped from these 2 handles just hanging down over here. But yeah, I might put it up later. Right now I'm just kind of enjoying this spectacular view. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna be hanging out and staying low-key for the rest of the night here. Was a pretty good sleep, but I'll tell you what, it has gotten very cold up here in the mountains. The wind is really cutting through. It's about 26 degrees when I checked the weather a few minutes ago, 26 Fahrenheit. And that wind sure puts an edge on that 26 degrees, I'll tell you what. I just ran across to the restroom over there. It took maybe 30 seconds to get there, and I could barely wait to get back to the van here. Shoot, it's a real shame because this trail just looks fantastic. It's certainly one that I want to check out, but I'm afraid I'm just not very good when it gets this cold, and I don't even warm up very much, even when I'm hiking up a hill like that. So probably gonna pass on that one today, unfortunately. But I think I am going to move on northwest, kind of keeping going towards Tennessee. I don't know if I'll make it to Tennessee today. I might, but I do plan to head that way here after a little while. But I'll tell you what, I'm in no hurry to get back out of the van, even though I will have to here pretty soon to straighten up and get ready. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Now that I think about it, it was saying that it was 26 degrees in Dahlonega, and where I was just last night and this morning, that spot was probably a little colder, just because it is right up the mountain. The van was saying it was 24, and then with that wind chill, there's no telling. But I gotta say, there were still a whole bunch of people heading out on those trails this morning. My hat is off to them. That has got to take some serious courage and some serious grit to brave this cold like that. That is pretty impressive. I'm afraid that that's something I just would not try. It is pretty chilly, especially coming out of such a warm spell. But anyway, I think what I've decided to do is to see if I can make it to Tennessee this morning, or I guess it would be I'll probably be getting there around noon. But yeah, there's a little town just over the line. It's about 2 hours away from where I am right now. So I'm gonna see if I can get there today and then go from there. But as is the case on these adventures, the plans are subject to change. So 2 hours is a lot of time to for me to think and plan. So that's the tentative plan right now. Get to Tennessee, but we'll see what happens. Just stopped at a little gas station for some coffee, and yeah, I'm about 1 hour away from the little town in Tennessee that I'm trying to get to. So yeah, winding up through the top of North Georgia, it was breathtaking, and there were some pretty cool spots that I almost pulled off on. I almost did, but yeah, I think I am gonna try to push to Tennessee, see if I can possibly get over into the Cherokee National Forest tonight, but there's no telling. A lot of those mountain roads, it seems like there aren't as many pull-offs as you'd find elsewhere. There's just, you know, not a lot of room. The road is only so wide, and I imagine it probably takes a lot to make a new road in the mountains. That's probably why there aren't a whole lot. So yeah, but I'm gonna see what I can find up there. Well, I'm in Tennessee now, so I'm here. Yeah, again, the plans are just kind of developing mile to mile. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going for a little while and see what I can find. It's interesting because the town I'm trying to get to right now is probably the best prospect on the lower side of Tennessee, because it's closest to the national forest, and I've got to see if it's gonna work before I can start looking for jobs there. I've got to see if it's close to the forest, and if it's, you know, something that I can work with, a spot that maybe I could find a job and yet still be able to get out to the woods and not have very far to go. So I'm kind of excited to see what this little town's going to be like, and again, if it's going to work at all. But either way, I gotta see this national forest. That was the sign for the Cherokee National Forest, so I'm in it right now, the very bottom of it at least, and it's pretty stunning, I gotta say. Here, check this out. I'm afraid I have no words for this one. Alright, well, I ended up driving a little bit further up this mountain road, and yeah, I found this little pull off, and it is right next to this incredible overlook. It's pretty high up here, and wow, never camped anywhere like this in my life. This is certainly a first. But yeah, I'm still in the Cherokee Forest, so as far as I know, I'm okay to park here. As usual, I won't know for sure until the morning if I get to stay here or not. So yeah, it's early. I don't think it's 1 o'clock yet, so I think I'm just gonna enjoy this view rather than trying to go into the town, which is pretty close by. I don't think I could leave this spot now that I'm here. So So I am in the van right now. As you can see, it is very chilly right now. It's warmed up just a little from this morning, but not very much. So I think I'm gonna try to stay warm in the van here, but even inside, still got a unbelievable view. You know, I still cannot believe that I was able to find this spot here on the first day in Tennessee. I just feel incredibly lucky to have stumbled across it. Um, really just driving up here, not really knowing where I'm going, and here this spot was. I've just been trying to take it all in this afternoon as the sun has been slowly moving down over the horizon there. But there's so much to take in. There's so much to see just from this spot right here. And yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen the rest of the night, but this afternoon has been truly fantastic. And I just feel incredibly grateful that I have got to see this today.